Non-emergency, this is Vern, and who am I speaking with? Yes, hi, my name is Brenda, and I need to make a report. Okay, Brenda, what's your non-emergency? Okay, now I know y'all gonna think this is crazy, and that's why I didn't call 911, because I knew they was gonna hang up on me, but I need to tell you something that just happened at the Dairy Queen. If you're going to Arby's, give me 2 roast beefs. My daughter and I were coming out from getting a couple of cones, and I swear to it, I swear on all that is holy, I saw a UFO. Now, not only that, Vern, okay, there were 3 people. They were musicians, and they were playing a tune outside their VW van in the parking lot, and I swear to it, they were taken. Those people were taken. Okay, Brenda, heard you loud and clear. Aliens, gotcha. I have to ask, have you been consuming any alcohol? No, I have not been drinking. Okay, I'm writing all this down. Hey, Brenda, I got a question. Were there any Reese's Pieces left on the ground? Reese's Pieces? What? Well, I just heard that aliens like it. Okay, now, I don't think you're very funny, and I know you got a long night ahead of you drinking coffee and smelling your own farts, but when this world is taken over by aliens, it's going to be the fault of some man not heeding the warning of a smart woman. Would you like to speak with my supervisor? No, I do not want to speak to your manager, but I do got a message for you, and you can pass it on to them. We're coming for you, Vern. Me and all the women of the 80s, we're coming for your job. Okay then, I hope you have a great night. You have yourself a wonderful night, Vern. It was a foggy night, just after 9 p.m. I was driving home from my shift at the record store. The moon was full, helping light my way down the old desolate road I was driving. I turned on the car radio, but I wasn't getting any reception. So I slowly started turning the dial, hoping for something to come through to help keep me company. After a while, I finally get a station coming through, a new radio station called 105.7 The Heat. And this gal gets on, and she says, "My name is DJ Lovebug, and you're listening to Swoon Tunes." She says, "For the next 2 hours, I'm going to be taking calls and playing all your love dedications." She says, "Hi, Stanley, you're on the air, and who would you like to dedicate a love song to?" Then, this guy, Stan, says, "I'd love to dedicate a song to my girlfriend, Denise, who's been missing for 6 months from a parking lot of a Dairy Queen." Now, I'm listening, and I am shocked, and you can tell that DJ Lovebug is at a loss for words as well. Then, after what seemed like an eternity, DJ Lovebug finally strings together some sentences, and she says, "I am so sorry to hear about Denise, Stanley. Can you please share with our listeners any information that might help find her?" Then Stan starts to explain how Denise attended a jam session in the parking lot at a Dairy Queen, and how she never came home and the other 2 musicians never came home, but that their VW van and all their equipment was found in the parking lot. Now, I'm listening to this, and it's starting to register a story that my best friend Brenda told me about a night she went to a Dairy Queen and swears that she saw a flying saucer. Now, as I'm starting to recollect this, I'm also thinking to myself, where's local law enforcement? This is a small town, and I haven't heard nothing about this. Well, Stanley starts to talk about how the local authorities really have not seemed interested in helping. They assume because these people were hippies, they just went out to the woods to pick some magic mushrooms. Now, I'm no crime investigator, but I'm putting money on she was abducted, and so were her friends. As the fog started to dissipate on the road I was driving, DJ Lovebug asked Stanley, "What song would you like me to dedicate to your gal Denise?" And Stan says, "Well, if you could please play I'm All Out of Love by Air Supply. That'd be real nice." Now, I don't know how I'm gonna find this guy Stan, but what I do know is that Mustang Deb is gonna help him bring home Denise. Brenda, I need you to tell me everything you remember from the night you saw the UFO. I remember what happened, Aunt Deb. That's right, Tina was with me. You go on, baby. You tell your Aunt Deb what you know. Well, I had just gotten a good progress report, so my mom was taking me to Dairy Queen, and we just got out of the car, and we saw these 3 people. There was 2 girls and 1 guy, and they were playing guitars, and they were singing Puff the Magic Dragon. And my mom gave me $1 so I could give them a tip. And so we went inside, and we got our ice creams, and then when we came out, that's when we looked up, and we saw the huge flying saucer. And my mom
threw her cigarette on the ground. She said, "Get in the car." And so then we ran into the car, and as we were driving around, my mom noticed that those hippies, they were gone, but their van was still there.
That's right, baby. Good job. Tina's right. We went into the Dairy Queen. When we came back out, the flying saucer was hanging overhead, and it shot straight up into the sky. And I told her, I said, "Get in the car." And when we were driving away, I noticed that those people's van was still in the parking lot, but they were gone.
Do you remember what time it was?
It was after dinner, so maybe 8:45.
What kind of instruments were they playing?
If memory serves, 2 of them were playing a guitar and 1 was playing a tambourine.
Puff the Magic Dragon, Peter, Paul, and Mary?
Now, why are you asking me all of these questions? What's going on, honey?
Brenda, you're never gonna believe this. I was driving home last night and I overheard this guy on the radio dedicating a song to his girlfriend Denise, who's been missing for 6 months, from the parking lot of a Dairy Queen where she was attending a jam session.
Oh my word. I knew it. You see, Deborah, I knew it. Remember, I told you, I think those people were taken. Because when I left the parking lot, they were gone, but their van was still there, and I called the police station.
I know you did, hon. I know you tried calling the sheriff a couple times.
That's right, I did, and I told them what I saw, and they asked me if I had been drinking.
It's wild. I had completely forgotten about all of this until the guy started talking. This poor guy, Stan. He's been missing his girlfriend Denise for 6 months.
I swear, I'm coming for all their jobs.
This is an unsolved mystery, and if there is anything that we can do to help, we ought to do it.
Now, if Denise was taken by aliens, honey, I don't know how on God's green earth we're going to be able to help.
I'm scared. Well, first things first, I'm going to track down this guy, Stanley. He did not mention his last name when he was on the air, but I'm going to go over to the bowling alley, because if anyone knows everyone in town, it's Roxanne. Hey, hon, what's I shoot? 14's dang. Here you go. Don't trip the kids. Hey, hon, I'm gonna have to ask you to take the raccoon out of here. Why? Because it's a health code violation and nobody's getting rabies on my watch. I swear, these friggin' people think it's their own personal playground. Hey, hon, how you doing? Hey, your dad, nice to see you. How you doing? What can I do for you? I'm good. I'm doing good. Listen, I'm not here to bowl, but I want to ask you a question. Sure. Do you happen to know of a guy named Stanley? He had or has a girlfriend named Denise? I know about 5 Stans, but none of them have a girlfriend named Diane. There's a guy in town, and again, I don't know his last name. I know nothing about him. All I know is his name is Stanley, and he's got a girlfriend named Denise. She went missing from the parking lot of a Dairy Queen along with her 2 friends. They were in a band. Stanley goes on air one night on a local radio station to dedicate a song to this gal, Denise, and he starts talking about how she's been missing for 6 months, and the local authorities are not doing nothing about it. So me and Brenda are on the case. And hey, if you got any information about it, take this card. Call me, okay? Hon, if I hear anything, you know I'm gonna pick up the phone and call you. You can count on me. I'll talk to the members of my cover band. You know, they know a lot of people in this town, too. All right, I'll see you on league night, hon. See you on league night, hon. Always good to see you. Stewie, I need 2 pepperoni pizzas on the fly.
Hi, Deb, honey. Are you ready to order?
Hey, hon, I'll have a cup of coffee, 2 eggs scrambled with a side of home fries and bacon.
Okay, sweetheart. I'm gonna go put this in for you.
Thanks, Caroline. Now listen, before you go bring that order back, I do have a question for you.
Sure, sweetheart.
I know you get a lot of regulars in here, so I'm wondering if you know anybody by the name of Stanley who's got a girlfriend, Denise.
Well, I know 2 Denise. One is about 85 years old, and the other one is married to a Jason. Now, Stanley, I do know a Stanley. He comes in here all the time. He works front desk over at the Rustic Seahorse.
No, not that Stan. I know him. This guy I don't know. I don't know his last name, but I'm looking for him. He has a girlfriend named Denise who went missing from the parking lot of a Dairy Queen, and I am on a mission to help him.
Oh my goodness, that is terrible, honey. Now listen, I know everybody in this town, and just about everybody comes in here, and I've not heard a lick of this.
I'm gonna give you my card. Okay, you take this and you call me. Remember, the guy's name is Stanley, and he's got a girlfriend, Denise.
Honey, of course. If I find out anything, I'm gonna phone you right away.
Thanks, hon. Please talk to the other girls for me if you can. Any information you got would be very helpful. Now, I do have one other question. What muffins are fresh today?
Lord in heaven, honey, you need a makeover.
Hon, I know. I look like I've been sipping booze all day from a thermos made for soup.
What's going on? Talk to me.
It all started one night when I was driving home from work and I was listening to a love dedication hour, and this guy Stan phones into the radio station talking about how he wants to dedicate a song to his missing girlfriend Denise, who went missing from the parking lot at the Dairy Queen 6 months ago where she was attending a jam session. Now around the same time, and I believe it was the same night, Brenda had gone to that Dairy Queen with little Tina. And when they came out, they saw a big flying saucer overhead. Now they had also seen the 3 musicians having a jam session in the parking lot when they went in. When she was pulling out, she noticed they were gone. So I think that this guy Stan is looking for his girlfriend who's in outer space.
That's quite a story, honey.
I've been going all around town trying to get information. I want to find this guy Stan to tell him what Brenda saw, but I can't find him. And nobody's ever heard of him and his girlfriend Denise. And nobody's heard about this missing persons case. And I feel like I'm going out of my mind.
I can tell you this, I haven't heard anything either, honey.
Do you think I'm losing it, hon?
Do I think it's a weird story? Yes, but welcome to a day in my life as a hairdresser. Do I think you're losing it? No, but I think you're tired. I think you're running yourself ragged, and I don't think you can be a hero to anyone unless you're being a hero to yourself, okay? You went from Mustang Deb to Magnum PI in what, a day? You gotta get your rest. You gotta take care of yourself, and then you can go out and you can find this Stan.
Wise words, hon. Make me over, baby.
Very good, honey. Sit back, relax, because I'm about to turn you into the superstar that you are. Honey, baby cupcake, queen of the spiked thermos. I'm going to pump up your chair. Honey, you got knots the size of matzo balls. Okay, honey, are you ready for your big reveal? Now let me turn you around, and honey, what do you think? I'm fabulous, I'm fine, I'm ready to fight crime. So after you get your rest, what's your next move? I was thinking about going over to the library and pulling some newspaper archives. Now that is a fabulous idea, honey, but I would really think about going over to Thundercuts first. They deal with the sort of, undergrounds. I'm on it, hon. Very good, Detective Deb. You go out there and you find this Stan, honey. Hello, darling. What brings you to Thundercuts?
Hey, Junie, hon, I was over at Hot Lick Salon. I was asking Donna some questions. I'm working on an investigation. I'm looking for this gal, Denise, who apparently went missing from the Dairy Queen. Her boyfriend, Stan, went on air to a local radio show, and I want to find him because I might have some information that could explain why she's gone.
Darling, I've heard, and you've come to the right place. I know Denise very well.
You know Denise?
She was a long-time client of mine, extremely strange girl, unusual cowlick.
Okay, so you know she's missing.
I don't believe she's missing, darling. Rather, she took a trip.
So you think she took off on her own free will?
I can't say for sure, but I do have my speculations.
Hey, we all need a vacation from time to time, but why not tell your boyfriend who's worried about you?
I don't know the man personally, but from what Denise told me, he was very, very controlling.
Okay, now that makes some sense to me, but what about all their equipment in their VW van that they just left in the parking lot of the Dairy Queen?
That mode of transportation and instrumentation is not necessary where I believe she went. Wonderful of you to want to help, darling, but I have to ask, what were you going to tell Stanley?
Well, listen, I don't want to sound like I'm off my rocker, but my best friend Brenda, the same night that Denise and her friends went missing, she saw a huge UFO hanging around that Dairy Queen, so we were thinking maybe she was abducted by aliens.
Like I said, darling, I do believe she took a trip.
I think I understand. I think I've come to the end of the road with trying to find this missing gal, Denise.
So that's it?
Yeah, I talked to Junie over at Thundercuts. She knew her. She was a client. And she said Denise was a very strange girl, but that this guy Stan, though she didn't know him personally, she had heard from Denise he was very controlling. So she seems to think that Denise got up and left to get away from him.
So you think she set this whole thing up with her friends to get away from this guy?
Exactly. So I'm not going to go talk to this guy Stan, especially if it could put Denise at risk. Let's hope she's sitting on a beach somewhere enjoying her life. But the thing that gets me, Deborah, is how do you explain that I saw a UFO in the parking lot, the same parking lot of the same Dairy Queen on the same night that she goes missing. How do you explain that? You know, Brenda, it might just be one of those unsolved mysteries. We may never know. But I did tell Junie about it, and she responded in a sort of strange way. She said, well, like I said, Denise took a trip.
Oh my goodness.
I don't know what she meant, but I just said, okay, I think I understand. She was being kind of cryptic, and I didn't want to push the conversation further, but the way she was talking, she made it sound like maybe this gal Denise went along voluntarily with the aliens.
I don't think it's strange to think she's in outer space. That's been my theory, but for her to go on her own will, that's another story.
Hon, it's like the Twilight Zone. Who knows?
Well, let me tell you something. I'm going to keep my ears open and my eyes towards the sky because I know what I saw. This is not the end of the road. I need some more coffee.
You need toenail clip. I am good. Tired. Long night. The last night my dog Donut, she barking all night long. At the window. I said enough. And Donut, she don't usually bark. She run from top of couch at window, run down to the floor, running around in circles. She trying to get my attention. I say to her, Donut, what is it? Is something outside? She go, beep, 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 yes. I go to kitchen. I grab butcher knife. I go outside. I don't see nothing. I don't hear nothing. But I feel something. Donut running around, barking, jumping towards sky. I look up and I see a flying saucer. This was alien spacecraft. I said, Donut, get inside. Then it goes, then, all the way up to the sky. Know why I call police? So they call me crazy woman? No. I take Donut in my room. I shutter the windows. I throw nails in front of the door. I take furniture, push it against the door. I sleep with butcher knife. Today I leave for work. I go outside. I look around. Nothing. Then I smell rotten seafood. I look around. Shells. Lobster shells on the ground. Across the street is bay. I believe they came for lobster. You want me to wax your mustache?
You angels ready to order?
Deborah? You go on, hon. I'm still looking.
Okay, may I please have the fried grouper sandwich with coleslaw? Fried grouper sandwich with slaw for Brenda.
Say, hon, do you have lobster bisque today?
Oh no, honey, I'm afraid we're 86. We haven't been able to get a shipment from the fisheries in a week. Somebody's been stealing from their traps.
Oh my gosh, I'm sorry to hear that.
It's been burning a hole in all our bottom lines. I'm flaming mad, too. Oh, it's true. My check average is taking a nosedive right into the all-you-can-eat salad bar. Ain't it the truth, honey? I'm one early bird special away from bankruptcy.
Gee whiz, let's hope they catch those bandits soon. I'll take the grouper sandwich, just like Brenda got it.
Okay, I'm gonna go put this in for you, sweethearts. Say, Deb, did you ever get any leads on that woman and her two friends that went missing?
Oh, yeah. Seems like they hit town on their own accord.
Oh, that's great news. Thank heavens it wasn't something more nefarious.
Who are you looking for?
Who's asking?
The name's Stan. Stan Montgomery.
Sorry, I don't know you, and I don't talk to strangers about my personal affairs.
It would seem your personal affairs intersect with mine. You're the woman who's been asking around town about me. Do you have any information about Denise?
I heard your love dedication to her on the radio several weeks ago. That's how I came to learn that she and her two friends have been missing for 6 months, and I felt compelled to want to help you. So I was asking around, yeah. But I didn't find out anything, and I think it's best I stay out of it.
Please, I'm a desperate man.
And that is abundantly clear. Stanley, honey, my friend Deborah here, she's told you. She doesn't have any information. Now, we are very sorry that you're having problems with your girlfriend.
Denise and I love each other. Sure, we butted heads sometimes, but our disagreements were more of a difference of opinion, most commonly over what to see at the cinema or what restaurant to dine at. Denise is a seafood lover. I prefer a selection of land.
What do you think happened to Denise, Stan?
Her family didn't approve of our union.
Why didn't they approve?
Denise and I were from 2 different worlds.
It looks like you may have cracked the case on your own, hon.
That's the scenario I've been hoping for. That she just went home. That she didn't say goodbye knowing it would confuse her choice.
What's the alternative, you fear?
Government involvement.
What would the government want with Denise?
Denise is a highly intelligent being. If the government found out about her, they would surely want her in their control.
Now, what about Denise's 2 friends, her bandmates that she disappeared with?
Caprice and Louise, that's her brother and sister. They all moved to town together.
Denise, Louise, Caprice, God bless.
They were living in the van for a time, until each shacked up with a partner. They have a family band, Ocean Scorpions. They would hop around parking lots with the van, rehearsing and busking.
Were Louise and Caprice also geniuses vulnerable to government capture?
Yes. All 3 siblings have IQs not measurable by westernized testing.
Gotcha.
They stuck together, though. I take solace thinking she's with them.
Now, the night that I heard you on air talking about their disappearance, I heard you mention that their van and their musical instruments were just abandoned in the parking lot of the DQ.
The van had been on its last leg a while and was dead when it was found. It was towed and impounded. The instruments? If they hitchhiked out of town or left on foot, I can see leaving them behind, but God, that's the detail that worries me the most.
For what it's worth, Stan, I feel Denise is okay.
You do?
I do. And I feel you're gonna be okay, too.
Thank you.
Well then, can I get anyone some key lime pie? Where shall we go for dinner tonight?
I have a craving for Earth cuisine.
I could be in the mood for Earth food.
Denise, any input here?
We've been dining on Earth nearly every night. Aren't you sick of it? Earth reminds you of him, doesn't it?
Never mind, Stan. We accomplished our mission of identifying all the top locations for crustacean harvesting on the planet. I wish not to dwell on my star-crossed love and my lapse in judgment.
Falling in love with an Earth guy.
Earth guys are easy.
You can't fool me, sister. You miss him. How about we dine on Earth, but we avoid Flamingo Shores?
That is a most excellent compromise, brother. But Flamingo Shores has the healthiest and most delicious population of spiny lobster on the planet.
I'm in the mood for Maine lobster. We'll visit Flamingo Shores another time soon.
We'll need to. My hair requires attention after nearly 6 months of neglect, and Junia Thundercuts is the best stylist this side of the galaxy.
I concur. New England it is.
If you love and miss him, Denise, why not go back to Flamingo and tell him? You left without even saying goodbye.
Caprice, ready the ship for our descent to Maine. Ready the ship.
You're listening to 102.7 The Heat. I'm your host, DJ Lovebug, and for the next 2 hours, I'm going to be taking all your love requests. Let's go ahead and take the first caller. Hello, you're on the air.
Hi.
Wonderful. Who am I speaking with?
This is Stanley.
Stanley, you sound familiar. Have we spoken before?
Yes, I called a few weeks ago to make a love dedication to my girlfriend Denise.
Of course I remember you, Stanley. For those tuning in tonight, Stanley called the station 3 weeks ago to make a love dedication for his missing girlfriend. Can you tell us, Stan, do you have any hopeful updates about Denise?
I'm afraid I haven't made contact with Denise. She's still missing as of today. But I was wondering if I could send a message out to her, in case she may be listening tonight.
Sure. Whenever you're ready.
Denise? I apologize.
I'll take one, brother.
Denise, wherever you are, wherever you may be listening, neither time nor space will ever change my love for you. Nanu Nanu.
What was that at the end there?
It's a reference to our favorite show, Mork and Mindy.
Anything else, Stan?
I'd like to dedicate a song to Denise. You're the Inspiration by Chicago.
From Stan's heart to yours, Denise. You're his inspiration.
Caprice, Luis, ready the ship for Flamingo Shores. I'm gonna go see about a guy. Zbornak Station, this is Starship B-52. We've made it to planet Earth. We are fully submerged and lying just to the side of Molasses Reef. Depth 8 fathoms, approximately 6 nautical miles offshore of Flamingo. The crew are getting ready now to make our surface swim. If all goes well, we may be returning back to planet Zbornak with an Earth guy. His name is Stan, and well, I love him. Wish me luck. Stand by for further instructions. Over. Denise, radar's picking up a tropical storm 40 miles offshore and barreling toward Flamingo. At its current speed, it can make landfall in the next 2 hours and be a hurricane by the time it gets here.
Should we head back to planet Zbornak?
Your call, sister. No, the mission is still on, but we'll stay with the ship until the storm passes. Love can wait a few more hours, I suppose. Shall I make hurricane margaritas? Tempting, but we'll need to keep our wits about us if the storm worsens.
Denise, would you like me to move the ship further away from the reef?
Yes, let's do that, but first I need to make a call.
Earthline?
Planet Claire.
Planet Claire line.
Thank you, Caprice. You're listening to 102.7 The Heat, Planet Claire's hottest radio station. This is DJ Lovebug. You're on the air. DJ Lovebug, my name is Denise. I was wondering if you could play a song for my boyfriend Stan. Space Age Love Song by Flock of Seagulls. Stan, I sure hope you're listening. Denise saw your eyes and they made her smile. Here's Space Age Love Song. One margarita should be fine.
It's really storming out there, Deborah. We may be staying here at Nell's Diner through dinner. Yes! Gosh, we may have to. Best not drive the Mustang in this. If the old gal hits even one big puddle, we're gonna be calling out an SOS.
You girls better hunker down here until the storm blows over. Ladies, the boys had the radio on in the kitchen and I was just listening in. Tropical Storm Chris, he's going to be making landfall here in Flamingo in the next hour, and we are starting to feel his feeder bands now. They are saying that he might be a hurricane by the time he gets here. So I'm going to put the shutters down in the diner.
Tropical Storm Chris. I love the name Christopher. Reminds me of my second favorite singer, Christopher Cross.
Who's your first favorite singer?
Why, Michael Jackson, of course.
I love MJ. I can do the Thriller dance.
Oh my goodness, that was so loud.
Jeez Louise, I didn't even know we were getting rain today, let alone a tropical storm. I better call Phil and let him know my breakfast with the girls is running over 10 hours.
Why don't you tell him to come here?
Oh, he's far away from Flamingo. He's on a surfing trip in Sheboygan. Surfing in Sheboygan, Michigan? Oh no, Sheboygan, Wisconsin. It's gorgeous. Phil grew up there. He took me once. You know, it's the Malibu of the Midwest.
Oh, sounds exotic. I heard they have 2 different types of bratwurst.
I want to go, Aunt Deb. Do you think Uncle Phil can teach me how to surf?
Sure, hon. I think that would be a hoot. We'll have to plan that with your folks. I think we can arrange that. Let's see how you behave at school this year. Sounds like a blast. Excuse me, ladies. I'm gonna go look for some candles in case we lose power.
Good idea. I'm gonna go brew some coffee and gather up some muffins. Gotta have refreshments in the storm.
Okay, we are all shuttered and the boys, they sandbagged the back door, so we are secure. I think I'm gonna go find me a pack of cards. What do you think about that, sweetheart?
Thanks, Miss Caroline.
Oh, no,
I
shoot.
can't see anything.
I'm
Is that
scared.
you, Deborah?
You're okay, hon. I'm right here, baby.
Don't worry, girls. I'm coming with the candles.
And let there be lights.
Thank God, that was really scary. Hi, Patsy.
Ranger Joe?
Are you still serving breakfast?
Sure. Take a seat anywhere you like.
Power's out, so menu options are limited, but coffee's still warm and we have pastries.
That sounds perfect. It's great seeing you, Patsy.
Much obliged, Ranger Joe. I'm happy to see you, too.
I miss Nell's Diner biscuits and gravy, but I miss my favorite waitress more.
I've been wondering what happened to you.
I thought you took a trip to the Bermuda Triangle. Some of the regulars said you moved out of town.
I took a ranger's job in Cujo, but when I heard there was strange activity on the water here in Flamingo, I felt it was my duty to come back.
The stolen lobster traps?
Amongst other things, yes.
Will you be staying for good?
Stop staring, baby. It's impolite. We can listen, though.
I intend to.
Good. You know, I think I have one more guava and cheese pastry. I know you like those. And 1 cup of Joe for Joe. Coming right up.
This storm is getting worse, Deborah.
Sure is, Brenda.
It's raining cats and dogs out there.
Tropical Storm Chris, why, he's making himself known.
Want to tell ghost stories?
Tina, hon, you were just getting all worked up when the power went out. I don't think that's such a good idea.
Please tell me the Lion Man legend again, Aunt Deb. I love that story.
I think Aunt Deb is right, baby. Let's just relax a little and try to think happy thoughts.
I have a scary story. Yesterday I was working a double, lunch and dinner. We stopped eating dinner at 9:30. Well, at 9:29, a 5-top walked through the door.
Always on a double shift too, honey.
Well, let's hope they tipped you well.
1 guava and cheese and a cup of coffee.
I'ma put my week's worth of tips on they didn't.
Sure didn't. Left $1 and change in a mini Bible.
Looks great. Thank you, Patsy. Can you join me?
Well, seeing as you're my only customer. Sure.
Gosh, sorry about that, hon.
I knew it, and I bet they praised the service too.
Said it was the best service they've gotten in town.
Can I help you?
Table for 1.
Cheese and rice. I did not think we would be getting a rush in the middle of this storm. You go ahead and take a seat, honey, anywhere you like. I hope you like muffins, because that's all we're serving.
Stan Montgomery?
Deborah, hello.
What are you doing out in the middle of this storm and at Nell's Diner?
I know I shouldn't have gotten on the road, but I should be asking you the same.
We've been here since breakfast, if you can believe it. We decided to hunker down here until the storm passed. Sitting in the dark is always better with good company.
Very wise. It's blowing quite hard out there. I would avoid driving over the bridges. I risked it all for a slice of Nell's Diner key lime pie. I'm celebrating.
Oh, how nice. What you celebrating, honey?
Well, I made contact with Denise.
You heard from Denise? Oh, Stan, that is wonderful news.
She called into 102.7 The Heat and made a love dedication to me.
Oh, that's so romantic. Now that's the same station you called into to make a love dedication to her.
Precisely.
I've never heard of that station, and I have all the numbers to the love request lines. You know, Stan, I've gone looking for that station ever since I heard you on the air talking about Denise, and I haven't been able to find it.
The radio tower doesn't always broadcast it clearly, but last night, it came through clear for me. And now I can rest easy knowing Denise is safe.
Well, I'm just real happy for you, hon.
That is great news, honey.
Oh, well, we may be smack dab in the middle of a storm, but blue skies are on their way again to Flamingo Shores, and so is some key lime pie. Oh my goodness, can I help you? Hi, Stan.
Denise!
Nanu.
Thank Peter, Paul, and Mary.
Love is in the air.
Everyone needs a little shelter from the storm.
How wonderful it is to be back on Zbornak.
Dorothy Gale was right. There's no place like home.
When's our next mission to Earth, sister?
Soon, but after our most recent mission, we all deserve a holiday.
Indeed we do. We've been lobstering all summer long, and I personally need a break from Earth's harsh sun. Earthlings must stop using so much hairspray. For now, my soul yearns to be at peace. I want to swim in the banana river. I want to nap between 2 rainbow palms. And just be with my love. Until he must go back. Stan, are you enjoying your vacation on planet Zbornak?
A most magnificent holiday indeed, darling. Club Med and Mr. Howard Johnson can eat their hearts out.
I'm so happy, dear. Now let's jet bike into town and rent some movies from Ruby's VHS Emporium. Most splendid idea, sister. Word on the Purple Highway is that Starship Hollywood just returned from their media mission and brought back 100 copies of Howard the Duck.
Excellent film.
And a little turquoise dolphin squeaked in my ear and told me that Earth Girls Are Easy is playing at the Starlight Cinema. Despite all their many problems, Earthlings really do make the best films in all the galaxies.
Indeed we do, especially the dance films.
Like Dirty Dancing and Flashdance.
And Footloose. And Breakin' 2. Electric Boogaloo.